Welcome back to the City League Live, Game 2 of this Wednesday night of 4 contests here from the Bonner Center. The City League season in full swing here on the Near East side of Indianapolis. We had a good first game. It was a tight affair for most of it before NBA Math Hoops pulled out a victory over BBM Tax Service. Now we've got another team making their TCL debut this summer, Hoop Bus. This is the first time we're seeing them this summer, and they're taking on a team we have seen this summer, a team that is 1-0. They just beat Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Recorder just beat BBM Tax Service last week. Of course, we just saw BBM Tax Service. Now we're getting a look at the Indianapolis Recorder. Hoop Bus in those yellow jerseys. The Indianapolis Recorder in those blue jerseys. As we look like we're set for action here. From the Bonner Center, the ball is up. It is tipped and won by the Indianapolis Recorder. Greg Foster had possession momentarily before he got it off to Caldwell, who knocks down the mid-range jumper to get us started. Josh Caldwell, the first one on the board this evening. Hawthorne now over near side Hopkins. Krishan Hopkins steps back, shoots over Aaron Henry. That three-pointer is long. Rebound tipped out all the way near half court. Trey Jackson has it. Jackson driving, knifing all the way to the basket. It's blocked off the backboard. There for the offensive rebound was Kelvin Amoko. Amoko was fouled on his way back up. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Kelvin Amoko playing for UIndy out of Westland, Michigan. Knocks in the first free throw. Played 13 minutes a game last year at UIndy as a redshirt freshman. He's 2 for 2 at the line. We're all tied up. Foster had a fantastic season debut a week ago. Gets into the lane. The floater rolls in and out. Rebound fought for and pulled away by Hopkins. Hopkins up to Jackson. Back to Hopkins. He'll take a screen now. Still Hopkins looking for a teammate down low, deflected by Henry. Jackson now driving. He lost it, and Aaron Henry has it up into the front court. It's Foster. He has to chase it down. He'll slow it down. He's all alone in the corner before giving it up to Aaron Henry. His three is good. Picking up right where he left off a week ago. He had a buzzer beater on this very floor last week to seal a win over BBM Tax Service, and he's got his first 3 of the ball game here. That three-pointer off from Derek Hawthorne, and a loose ball foul on the rebound. It's going to go, I believe, against Antonio Lisenby. Man, Amoko is going to be a problem on the boards tonight, and for anybody who has to guard him. 6'11", 255 pounds is Amoko. Tough to keep off the offensive and the defensive glass. That's a catch-and-shoot 3, missing everything from Jackson. Trey Jackson unable to convert, and I do appreciate Trey Jackson wearing the number 99. Don't see that too often, but I appreciate that he's wearing the number 99. Foster has it, top of the key. Driving right side, cut off. Not much space there. They're going to dare him to shoot. Foster from the corner off the front of the rim. He has the ability to knock down that 3. Probably would say that he prefers driving rather than shooting, but he's not a player I would leave that wide open from deep. Hoop Bus got away with it there, however. That's a block on that jumper, but Hoop Bus retains possession. We have a stoppage on the floor. Not sure what that was, but we're set to get back underway. Jackson will inbound. A side out here on the near sideline, looking to get it to Amoko. He does. Amoko turnaround jumper is good. Kelvin Amoko looking like he's going to be a problem to start. He's got the first 4 points for Hoop Bus as Foster drives against him, goes up and over the outstretched arm of the near 7-footer. Foster, not the tallest player out there, but crafty, shifty, and has a professional background. He knows how to get it done. Now back here on this end, we have a whistle and a foul. Will McGuire was fouled going up on the left side block, so he's going to have a couple of opportunities here at the charity stripe to pull his team closer. McGuire at the free throw line. His first free throw is good. 7-5. Of course, this is the second of 4 contests this evening here from the Bonner Center. The first one ended in an NBA Math Hoops victory. Hoop Bus now back to within 1 here in the second contest. Near side. That's Caldwell. Step back 3, and he's got it over McGuire. Caldwell started the game with a bucket from the short corner. Now he's got himself a step back 3. 5 early points for Josh Caldwell, and his team is up by 4. Pump fake, that's Hawthorne. Working against Henry, now out to Jackson. Jackson penetrates, tried to dump it down low, but he had it taken from him. Henry, a full head of steam, he gets it to Foster, and that's an easy, wide open layup for Greg Foster. Stepping into a long-range 3 there was Hopkins. Krishan Hopkins couldn't finish. Now another run out here for the Indianapolis Recorder. The three-pointer is off. Foster couldn't corral the rebound. He had it ripped from him. Going up, Amoko has the offensive rebound. He's on the left side, and he's got 2 more. 6 early points for Amoko. Hoop Bus trailing by 4. Rebound there saved into the hands of Hawthorne, and it's a 3-on-none for Hoop Bus. Trey Jackson ends up laying it in off the glass with the left hand. 6 minutes gone. 12-10 is the lead for the Indianapolis Recorder as they're facing a little bit of a zone here as Lisenby hits the turnaround jumper. Got to that middle, got to that soft spot of the zone, and cashed in the free throw line jumper. Hopkins left side. Taking a couple of screens, a staggered screen to the top of the key. Driving, McGuire can't finish. Thought he was fouled, nothing called. Foster in transition with a right hand. It rolls in and off the rim. Trey Jackson, the defensive rebound, releases the pressure to Hawthorne. Hawthorne falls far side of the floor. Now gets it off to Jackson. Jackson inside the lane at the front of the rim. He goes up and is fouled by Josh Caldwell. So Trey Jackson will now head to the free throw line. The 3rd trip already to the charity stripe for Hoop Bus. It's a 14-10 lead early for the Indianapolis Recorder. Of course, they're looking to improve to 2-0 on the City League season, looking to become the first team this season to improve to 2-0 on either the men's or the queen's side. First free throw there is good from Jackson. Substitution for the Indianapolis Recorder. Chris Henderson in for the first time tonight, as is Daniel Perryman. Second free throw rattles in and out from Jackson. Defensive rebound cleared by Perryman. Now it's Foster. Foster back to Henry. Henry looking for a back cutter. Has nothing there. It's Foster. Free throw line. That's a practice jump shot for him, and it falls. Indianapolis Recorder doing a good job of finding the soft spots in that zone defense, as here's a deep 3 from Hopkins. Krishan Hopkins can't convert. Into the front court quickly is Foster. Good challenge there. He's too strong on the lefty layup. McGuire was the one who challenged it. Now in the front court all the way to the basket. Hawthorne can't finish. Amoko with the rebound. He didn't finish the putback opportunity, but he's got 2 more upcoming here at the free throw line. It'll be his second trip of the evening. He's got 6 early points. After this contest, again, Hoop Bus versus the Indianapolis Recorder right now, we've got a Queens of the Court matchup with Indy Black Professionals versus Horizon League, the 2024 City League champions. Horizon League making their 2025 debut this evening. And we close it out, the nightcap, USA First Financial versus Pivot League, as Amoko's first free throw is good. We usually only have 3 games on Wednesday nights, but last week only had 3 on Thursday, which is typically a 4-game night. So that final game on Thursday got moved to the final slot of this Wednesday, which is why we've got 4 games on tap for this Wednesday evening, as Amoko goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 3-point lead now for the Indianapolis Recorder. Henry over to Henderson, back to Henry. Taking an inverted screen here from Foster. Henry all the way to the basket. It's too easy for him. Aaron Henry too strong, too quick, too good with the ball in his hand. So he got all the way to the rim there. Amoko, right side, blocked. Caldwell got the block. Caldwell will now come away with the rebound as well. Excuse me, that's Lisenby that comes away with the rebound. Foster to the basket, dumps it off to Lisenby, and one. What a stretch for the interior players there for the Indianapolis Recorder. Josh Caldwell blocked Amoko on one end. Lisenby came up with a loose ball, got rewarded for running the floor, an opportunity for a 3-point play here at the line. Julian Walker checking in at this dead ball. Josh Caldwell, who has 5 early points for the Indianapolis Recorder, will sit. It's a 3-point play for Lisenby, and it's now an 8-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Hopkins, far side of the floor. That's Arnett. He just checked into the game. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins has let it fly from deep a couple of times, has yet to connect. He's got it stripped from him here. Foster, one-on-one here, opportunity. He lays it off to Henderson. Henderson tried to make an extra pass, but it was stolen by the newly checked in Tyler Bibbs. Bibbs returns it to Hawthorne here. Probably a little too unselfish there for Greg Foster, a player of his caliber, has the ability to finish there. The ball swings around the perimeter. A catch-and-shoot 3 from Arnett is off. Offensive rebound back to Hoop Bus. Arnett goes up again. Count it plus the foul. Allen Arnett, the second chance bucket there, an opportunity for a 3-point play. They have the 6-point lead, the Indianapolis Recorder does, but there's been one issue so far tonight. It's been playing defense without fouling. I think this is the 5th or 6th trip to the charity stripe already for Hoop Bus as Aaron Henry checks out of the game. Jalen Manson will check into the game for the first time tonight, making his TCL season debut. Arnett's lefty free throw finds the bottom. Down to a 5-point game. Little over halfway through this first half. Foster will bring it across the timeline. Foster will reject the screen. Tries to go between his legs, but I think that kicked off of his own foot. Loose ball corralled by Hoop Bus. It's Arnett pushing it into the forecourt, finding a trailing Bibbs. He thought about a 3 before putting the ball on the floor. Now it's Hopkins who will reset things. Hopkins over to Hawthorne. He's got Bibbs down low against the smaller Foster if he wants him. Hawthorne looks like he's just going to try and take his man off the dribble all the way to the basket on the left side. No good. Offense rebound to Amoko. His first effort is no good. His second is. Down to a 3-point game. Amoko continuing to be a problem, both on the glass and finishing the ball as well. 3-pointer way long from Manson. Long rebound to Amoko. The 7-footer is going to put it on the floor now. He's looking for an assist. He won't get one there as Hawthorne is too strong. Amoko to the basket. He's blocked, but a foul. That's a tough call. Kelvin Amoko drove to the basket, got blocked for the second time trying to throw it down. This time Julian Walker tagged with it. Amoko has been a problem. Not too many guys here walking around the City League at 6'11", 7 foot, and 255 pounds. A matchup nightmare pretty much for anybody that touches the floor here at the Bonner Center. He's shown that early on tonight. Moko's first free throw off. Josh Caldwell back into the game. Lisenby will sit for the Indianapolis Recorder. Been a lower scoring first half as Amoko misses the second as well. It's in large part due to the amount of free throws that have been shot. Of course, with the running clock, free throws kind of hurt the offensive output you're going to see on the scoreboard, as that three was off from Henderson. Hopkins has it far side of the floor for Hoop Bus. Cross court. Hawthorne working against Henderson. Crosses over, steps back. Now drives, left side block, steps back. His short corner jumper is short. Henderson the rebound. Now Foster. Foster didn't like the opportunity, didn't like the lack of numbers. Now will drive, left side of the rim. He can't get it to go. He was fouled, however. So now Greg Foster, who headed the free throw line for a couple of shots at the charity stripe. As we near 5 minutes to play, it's a 3-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Foster's first free throw didn't want to go in, but it did eventually. Aaron Henry back in for the Indianapolis Recorder. Will McGuire back in for Hoop Bus. Getting his first rest of the night is Kelvin Amoko, who's been a problem, a thorn in the side of the Indianapolis Recorder so far, as Foster knocks in both free throws. It's back to a 5-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Hopkins dancing around a screen, now drives right side, tries to throw it off of Henry. It ricochets out of bounds, last touched by Hopkins and Hoop Bus. It's a turnover. The Indianapolis Recorder will take over. Daniel Perryman back into the game. Aaron Henry has it. He's driving all the way to the basket with a right hand on the left side. Aaron Henry is not fair in transition, really at all, but especially in transition. He's got, I believe, 7 now in this first half. Couple of hard drives to the basket, a 3 as well. He's guarding Hopkins now here. Hopkins cross court. Hawthorne thought about it momentarily. Now put it on the floor. Harassed here, Hawthorne is taken away from him by Perryman, and Perryman is fouled going the other way. No easy transition layup there for Perryman. He'll head to the free throw line. 3.5 to play in the first half. It's a 7-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Perriman, the lefty, a rainbow free throw. Finds the bottom, nothing but net. And extends the Indianapolis Recorder's lead to 8. Looking to make it 9 now with his next one upcoming. 3 to play. Perriman goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's now a 9-point advantage for the Indianapolis Recorder over Hoop Bus. Hoop Bus, their first game of the TCL season, as McGuire has it down low, up and over Henry. Rebound fought for, out of bounds, last touched by Hoop Bus. The Indianapolis Recorder will take over possession. It's Aaron Henry looking to potentially make it a double-figure lead early in this contest. Henry so smooth with the ball in his hands, got it top of the key, cross-court, corner, pocket, 3 from Manson, finds the bottom of the net. 12-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. The lead has reached double figures. Hopkins, now Bibbs. Block at it, poked it out of bounds, last touched by Josh Caldwell. Hoop Bus will retain possession. Hopkins has it. Top of the key, crosses over, double team. Almost lost his bounce on the right side. Can't get the floater to fall. Rebounded by Manson. And in the front court, this is Caldwell. Trying to size up his defender. He's doubled. Back to the top of the key, looking for back-to-back threes is Manson. It rattles in and out. Here's Arnett. 90 seconds to play in this first half. Arnett powers his way to the basket for the deuce. Bully ball there from Alan Arnett. I believe that's his first field goal of the ball game. Had a couple of free throws earlier, if my memory serves me. Down low, high post. Here's Caldwell. He had it stolen from him. but the ball ends up out of bounds. Hoop Bus did the first part of the defensive job. They poked the ball free. They just couldn't corral possession, so the Indianapolis Recorder will keep the ball. It'll be an inbound underneath the basket, a baseline out of bounds here for the Indianapolis Recorder. It goes into Foster, working against Arnett. Jab step, pump fake. Trying to lull his defender to sleep. Fall-away jumper, Foster is money. Tough to guard that one. Greg Foster just too good. Arnett looking to answer, and he does so. A powerful drive with the left hand to the basket. Gave up the bucket on one end to Foster, got it back on the other in a hurry. As we tick under 30 seconds to play, that's a volleyball line three from Aaron Henry, and he's got his second of the first half. Hit one from a similar spot on the other side of the floor to beat BBM Tag Service last week as Hopkins can't answer. Henry skying for the rebound, he's got it. 10 seconds to play. Forecourt, this is Caldwell. His three rattles in and out. McGuire the rebound. Up into the front court. Hawthorne has 1 second on the clock. He launches from deep. It hits off the front of the rim. And that's how this first half will come to a close. There's just something about Aaron Henry and closing halves here at the City League here in this summer with deep, long-range threes from the volleyball line. He did it to win a game last week. He did it here to send us to the halftime break. Hoop Bus going to have to look to put something together, a comeback of sorts here in the second half. They trail 35-22 over the Indianapolis Recorder, who are looking to improve to 2-0 on the young City League season. We'll head to our break, our first and only break of the contest. We'll be back after this short break. Back here at the Bonner Center. This Wednesday night of action here from the City League is well underway, and we've got a 13-point game at the half here in Game 2 of the night. Hoop Bus versus the Indianapolis Recorder. It's the Indianapolis Recorder on top at the halftime break. Catching you up on some halftime stats. The two leading scorers, a pair of them with 10 points for the Indianapolis Recorder at the halftime break. Greg Foster and Aaron Henry. Henry 2 of 3 from three-point range. Those two have 10 each to lead the way for the Indianapolis Recorder. On the other side, Hoop Bus is led by 10 from Kelvin Amoko, excuse me. He's got 10 points. He's also got 7 rebounds, including 5 on the offensive end of the floor. The Indianapolis Recorder played fantastic defense in that first half of play, holding Hoop Bus to 22.6% shooting from the floor. Hoop Bus did not make a single three-pointer. They went 0 of 9 from 3. Got to the free throw line 11 times, made 8 of them. But 0 of 9 from 3. Not going to cut it against one of the teams that we've seen already this summer. Can knock down the 3 with the best of them. See if Hoop Bus can try and knock down some of those long balls here in this second half, trying to avoid an 0-1 start. On the flip side, the Indianapolis Recorder looking to improve to 2-0 on the young TCL season. It'll be Hoop Bus basketball to get things underway to begin this second half of action. Of course, as we know here at the City League, no deficit is really safe considering we have the Elam ending. So not necessarily time working against Hoop Bus here as we get underway in the second half. More so just the fact that they're facing a 13-point deficit. We'll see if they can get it going from deep here in the second. They'll try early. Hawthorne barely grazes the left side of the rim. Not a good start now. 0 of 10 from deep is Hoop Bus. Here's Foster. He had 10 first half points, tying a game high in that first half. Aaron Henry, Kelvin Amoka, the other 10-point scorers. As Foster looking to get it going early, his right-handed floater rolls in and out. Rebounded by Hoop Bus. This is Arnett driving hard and getting fouled. I believe that was in the act of shooting, so Arnett will head to the free throw line. Greg Foster looking for an explanation on the far side of the floor, but it will send Arnett to the free throw line. His first free throw is good. Arnett in that first half had 5 points, one of which came at the free throw line. These are free throws 2 and 3 as he misses the second. Offensive rebound, Amoka. He gets it out to the top of the key. Catch, shoot, triple. Hawthorne, and the lid's finally off the basket. The first three-pointer of the night for Hoop Bus. It took them until their 11th three-point attempt to knock it in, but the lead for the Indianapolis Recorder is all of a sudden down to 8. Aaron Henry trying to shake up his defender. The three-pointer's off. Offensive rebound, Foster. He's got it far side of the floor. Foster plays the game at his own pace, but he's so quick with the ball in his hands. There's that burst of speed. The follow-away jumper, short, well defended by Hawthorne. Here's Arnett, back to Hawthorne. Can he make it 2 in a row? He can't. Offensive rebound, Amoko. His putback is off. Another one into the hands of Amoko. He'll try from deep. That one's off as well. 3 opportunities at the rim. None of them fell there, and it'll lead to a Greg Foster triple, which he misses on the other end. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by the Indianapolis Recorder. Hoop Bus will take over. It's Hopkins pushing it quickly left to right. Numbers here off of an inbounds here for Hoop Bus. That pass intended for Arnett, intercepted. 2-on-1 opportunity here for the Indianapolis Recorder going up. Not finishing the first time around is Caldwell. He was fouled, however, on his second effort. That is Will McGlure who will pick up the foul. I'll apologize. I think I called him Will McGuire in the first half. Sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. It's Will McGlure picking up the foul, and it will send Josh Caldwell, who had 5 early points in the first half. He ended that first half with 5, so now he's up to 6 with a free throw there to push this back to a double-figure lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Caldwell's second free throw, pure as well. It's back to an 11-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Hopkins has it, far side of the floor. Lob, Amoko, that one was off the backboard, well out of reach even for the 7-footer. Caldwell stops, long-range two-pointer, off the rim, no good. Foster, the smallest guy on the floor, grabbed the rebound but was blocked on the putback attempt. Now 3-on-2 here for Hoop Bus. It's Arnett. Cross court, now Hawthorne. He jab steps. Thought momentarily about a 3 and will now slow things down. Hawthorne to Arnett. Down in the corner, it's Hopkins. He'll take a screen from McGlure. Had Henry switched away from him momentarily. Will now go around Henry. A free throw line floater. That one's off. Offensive rebound, Amoko, and he was fouled. Kelvin Amoko back to the free throw line, and it looks like we're working with the shot clock here tonight, which is not something we had in the first week of TCL play, but if you hear that faint little horn in the background, that is a shot clock. I didn't even notice it throughout the entirety of the first game. Not even sure if we had it in the first game. I'd have to go back and look, as Amoko's first free throw is no good. 24-second shot clock, it appears, as it stands. Just leveling up every week here at the City League. It's an 11-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Moko's second free throw good. Back to a 10-point game. Newly into the game in the second half, that's Manson with the ball. Attacking, pulling out Perriman over to Henry. Henry behind his back finds the cutting and rolling Perriman, who lays it in with the left hand off the glass. Great pass from Henry, great finish by Perriman. It's back to a 12-point lead. Hawthorne trying to get into the defender Manson. We now drive below the free throw line, goes up and hangs in the air and hits a tough floater. He thought he was fouled. No foul call, but he finished nonetheless. A tough, athletic floater there from Hawthorne. Now poking it away. Here's Arnett. He's got to run out all the way to the basket. He'll just lay it in softly with the left hand. Electing to not go with the throwdown. Here's Caldwell. He's at the right side block. He was fouled, though, before he could lay it in off the glass. It will be a foul on the floor. Caldwell wanted some NBA continuation rules. He's not going to get it here, as we took under 14 minutes to play in the second half. Caldwell will now check out of the game. It'll be a sideline out of bounds for the Indianapolis Recorder. Tyler Bibbs back in. Will McClure will sit. Here's Foster working against Hawthorne. Going to size them up, pull it back out. Now dump it down low, looking for Walker. Julian Walker just in the game. He's harassed by a trio of defenders. Lost his dribble. Here's Foster. He drives in, hesitates, gets around Amoko, and beats into the glass for the layup. It's a tough finish there for a smaller Greg Foster over a 7-foot Kelvin Amoko, but he got it. Craftiness of the former pro. Offensive rebound Amoko. Arnett goes through contact. He can't finish from the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Indianapolis Recorder. Here's Foster, and he was fouled. Pulled back by Trey Jackson. It'll be a sideline out of bounds upcoming for the Indianapolis Recorder. Here's Foster. Looking for a screen. He's got one. He wants one from Julian Walker. He wants that switch onto Amoko. He's not going to get it. Stepping into a 3, though, after the defense went under, and Foster makes him pay. Can't go underneath the screen on Greg Foster. He made Hoop Bus pay. Looking to answer is Trey Jackson. That rolls in and out. Rebound ricochets out of bounds. Last touched by the Indianapolis Recorder. If we had reviewing capabilities here at the City League, I think the Indianapolis Recorder would probably take advantage of it there. They weren't happy with that out-of-bounds call. That's a foul. Chris Henderson reaching in on Derek Hawthorne. 44-31 the lead for the Indianapolis Recorder over Hoop Bus. Week number 2 fully underway here on the Near East side of Indianapolis. Hawthorne trying to break down his defender. Fall-away jumper over the outstretched arm of Henderson. Off target. Offensive rebound putback is good from Bibbs. Roughly 7.5 minutes away from our target score and the Elam ending here at the Bonner Center. Foster's had it going over the last couple of possessions. He's got 5 straight for the Indianapolis Recorder. Make it 7. His reverse layup falls. Greg Foster is cooking. He's got a smile on his face as well after that last layup. Arnett to the basket, blocked by Walker. Rebound won by Jackson. His layup attempt too strong. And the rebound poked out of bounds by the Indianapolis Recorder. Hoop Bus will retain possession. That lid has remained on the basket for Hoop Bus. They knocked down a 3, their first of the ball game. But that lid has remained on the basket after they shot 22.5% from the field in the first half. It's been a little better here in the second. I don't have exact numbers, but it's still been a struggle. Loose ball foul there. Greg Foster got to the rebound first, and Tyler Bibbs fouled him. So armed with a 13-point lead, the Indianapolis Recorder will take over in the backcourt. I believe it's 7 straight for Greg Foster. He's got it now. Not many teams have an answer, Hoop Bus included. Nearing the 20-point mark tonight. We'll take a screen. Had a poke from him momentarily by Jackson. Jackson now getting up into him. Foster playing with pressure. The shot clock winding down, and we have a whistle and a foul. 7/10 left on the shot clock. And Greg Foster will head to the free throw line for 3 free throws. Trey Jackson picking up the foul. Foster's first free throw is short. In that first half, he had 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting. He missed his lone 3, went 2 of 2 from the line. Had 3 assists as well. That's kind of an unsung part of Foster's game as the second free throw falls. It's obvious how great of a scorer he is as we have a timeout called on the floor. Hoop Bus is going to take a timeout. Hoop Bus takes this timeout trailing by 14. 47-33 is the lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. Foster, I believe, is at 18 points. I don't have the capabilities of keeping my own stats while also running the scoreboard and talking. I'm not that good of a multitasker, so I don't have the official numbers. I know what he had in the first half. I do have those official numbers. They were 10 at the halftime break for Foster, but he's working on another spectacular performance. And back that I was saying, he had 3 first half assists, which kind of flies under the radar when you watch Greg Foster play. Foster's obviously a great scorer, one of the top scorers that the City League has to offer. But it's not just his ability to create for himself, it's his ability to create for others as well. He draws so much attention, so many eyes because of how good of a scorer it is. It opens up opportunities for his teammates. And you got teammates like Aaron Henry. Jalen Manson's been good. Antonio Lisenby. The list goes on. Josh Caldwell as well, a talented Indianapolis Recorder squad. all reaping the rewards of the attention that Foster draws as he knocks in the second free throw. It's now a 15-point lead. Catch, shoot, triple. That one from Arnett is off the front of the rim, rebounded by Walker. Foster across the timeline. His team leading by 15, 8.5 to play. More realistically, around 4.5 minutes until we've got our Elam ending target score. Foster's left open from three. The right wing triple is good. Greg Foster, an unofficial 22 points now, as Hawthorne will attack. He is fouled on the left side. Walker got a piece of the ball and probably him. The second against Walker, the fourth team foul against the Indianapolis Recorder here in the second half. As Hawthorne will head to the free throw line. Hawthorne's first trip to the line tonight. His first one falls. He was one of many that struggled in that first half from the floor for Hoop Bus. He was 0 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 3 from deep in that first half of play. He did make the first three of the night, though, for Hoop Bus earlier in this second frame. Still a 16-point lead for the Indianapolis Recorder. I can't remember the last time somebody not named Greg Foster scored for the team in blue. Foster's got it now. Everybody left him. He's got another walk-in three, and he's got another 3 points. Holding the follow-through as well, Aaron Henry steals the inbounds pass. You got to think it's a heat check opportunity here for Foster. He pump fakes, drives with the right hand. He finishes. It's the Greg Foster show here at the Bonner Center. He's got an unofficial 27, I believe, as that's a bucket, a putback effort from Tyler Bibbs. Back to 19 is the lead for Hoop Bus again. Not sure anybody has scored in the last 6-7 minutes for the Indianapolis Recorder. It's been the Greg Foster show, and it's hard for anybody to stop him, and Hoop Bus is learning that lesson. He's at the rim, goes up, goes under, and he's got two more. What can Greg Foster not do? He's doing it at all three levels. The three-point line, the rim, the free throw line, mid-range area as well. Nearing the 30-point mark as Hawthorne's looking to answer. He'll to the free throw line, two more foul shots upcoming. 6:08 left in the second half. Again, apologies if that clock on the scoreboard gets stuck a couple of times. Sometimes it's lag, sometimes it's some network issues. Most of the time, though, it's me forgetting to click resume on the clock. Again, I got a lot on my plate here going on. So I appreciate you all sticking with me and bearing with me. But it's a 20-point lead now. Hawthorne's first free throw was good, and you can just kind of see Greg Foster walking over here on the near sideline. He's got that look in his eye. He will not be denied this evening. It was a close win, a 3-point win for Indianapolis Recorder last week against BBM Tax Service. Derek Hawthorne shaking his head after his second free throw. Not much he can do against Foster. They're leaving him some room at the three-point arc. Foster looking down low. He's got it to Walker. Walker trying to power through Amoko. He lost the ball off of his knee. Good defense on the interior from Amoko. And Hoop Bus will take over possession, looking to cut into that deficit. They've got work to do, but luckily an Elam ending will start here in about a minute. Three off there from Hawthorne. He made one earlier in the second half, but I believe he's now just 1 of 6 from deep. Aaron Henry has it. We'll see if Foster's still got the heat check going. Henry dribbles it out. He's got a mismatch here against the bigger Amoko. Henry will step into a one-legged triple. That one too strong. Off the back of the rim. Here goes Hopkins. Hopkins all the way to the basket. Hangs and hits. Greg Foster took 2 possessions off from scoring. His team was unable to find a basket on either of those. Now Foster a little bit out of control. Lost it momentarily. But they're going to say he was fouled by Derek Hawthorne. It's Hawthorne's first, the 6th team foul, so one more. And the Indianapolis Recorder will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Lisenby and Perryman will check back into the game for the Indianapolis Recorder as we are approaching our target score. Looks like it'll be 67 if my understanding of how the target score rule works is correct, as Foster finally misses. That three off the mark. Lisenby tagged with a foul as well. Haven't officially put the target score up on the clock yet. The clock, however, has stopped, and now we do have officially our target score of 67. Substantial head start here to that target score for the Indianapolis Recorder, as Arnett's three is off the back of the rim. The putback slam off the front of the rim from Amoko. He tried to save it out of bounds, but he couldn't. Amoko has had three now opportunities to try and throw down a slam dunk. He hasn't gotten any of them to go, two of which he was fouled. That one, though, he was denied and met by the front of the rim. Arnett has a steal here. He's going to lay it in with the left hand. Lead is now down to 15. What once stood 20-plus is now down to 15 for the Indianapolis Recorder. Foster's got it left side wing. He's been nearly unstoppable so far in this one. Backdoor looking for Caldwell. That pass a little bit over the head of Caldwell, and a loose ball foul. Lisenby ran into the back of Arnett. Lead is down to 15. That's foul number 6 for Antonio Lisenby, and for the first time this summer, the first time this City League season, we have a player who's fouled out. Antonio Lisenby, the first one to foul out. He's not happy with it. First one to foul out this summer. That was also apparently the 7th team foul as well, so a 1-and-1 situation into effect now for Hoop Bus, as Arnett will head to the charity stripe. Arnett's been solid, but again, it's just been a struggle as a whole, shooting the basketball and converting for Hoop Bus this evening. Arnett's first free throws off the right side of the rim. Skying for the rebound is Amoko. His putback doesn't fall. Good defense there on that putback attempt, but it's really unfair for anybody trying to box out Amoko. Catch and shoot three. Right side wing is nothing but net for Caldwell. 6 points away from victory is the Indianapolis Recorder, as Hopkins gets his first three of the ball game to fall. Just avoiding a 5-second call is the Indianapolis Recorder, as Foster has it inside the three-point arc at the free throw line. Fall-away jumper off the left side of the rim, rebounded by Arnett. Foster wants that one back. Here's Arnett, bounce pass. Hawthorne, three-pointer, no go. Rebounded by Caldwell. I believe that was Hawthorne that let out the scream. He's had a difficult go of things in this one. Some open looks that haven't fallen. He's been tasked with the ever-difficult challenge of guarding Greg Foster. He got the takeaway there. Arnett back to Hopkins. As Hopkins feeling it, that three rolls off, no good. And Amoko wasn't fouled on that second chance opportunity. Caldwell will step into another right wing triple, and he's got a second in a matter of possessions. Now one possession away is the Indianapolis Recorder. 64-46 is the lead. It looks like the Indianapolis Recorder is going to advance to 2-0 on the season. Foster will alley-oop bounce pass it to himself. We'll give him credit for a dunk there. Not sure if he got completely over the rim, but we'll give him the credit for the slam there. Might be the first and only one we see from Foster this season, as that's a foul, a reach-in called on Jalen Manson. It'll send Hopkins to the free throw line. Hoop Bus in need of nothing short of a miracle to try and come back to this one. Got a target score of 67, and they trail by 20, 66-46. Aaron Henry chatting it up with some fans over here on the sideline. Henry's been quiet in the second half. He hasn't necessarily needed to get it going with how Greg Foster just exploded in the second frame. Again, an unofficial 29, 30-ish, somewhere in that range for Foster. I'll get the numbers for you after this game and before the next game, so I'll let you know on the other side on the next stream how many Foster had, so you're going to have to stay tuned for that. Up next, we've got Horizon League versus Indy Black Professionals, as Foster has it. Second chance opportunity here for the Indianapolis Recorder, and that one will do it. Greg Foster caps off what was a special performance. Talking the camera now as well. I believe he had north of 30. Again, I'll confirm that for you and get you the exact number during the next game, but a special performance from Greg Foster, and that's all she wrote here in Game 2 of this Wednesday night of hoops at the City League. 68-47, the win for the Indianapolis Recorder over Hoop Bus. Up next on tap, we've got a Queens of the Court contest. Indy Black Professionals against the 2024 reigning champions, Horizon League, making their 2025 TCL debut here from the Bonner Center. Again, the Indianapolis Recorder improves to 2-0. They're next in action on Wednesday, July 16th against the Pivot League. Hoop Bus drops to 0-1 on the year. They're back in action next Wednesday, July 2nd. They'll take on Pivot League as well. Again, a 21-point win for Greg Foster, who was dominate, and his Indianapolis Recorder squad. We'll be back again. Check out our new live stream, which you can find over on the City League Live YouTube channel. Check that out. We'll have Horizon League versus Indy Black Professionals here in just a few moments. Thanks for tuning in to this contest.